52. And we can tell you now, this is how it shapes up in Seattle. To this moment, Michigan and Illinois will meet in one national semifinal, while Seton Hall awaits the winner of this Georgetown-Duke contest. And again, Michigan and Illinois, obviously from the Big Ten. Illinois has won 6 of the last 7 matchups against the Wolverines, including 2 for 2 this year. In both games, Illinois beat Michigan by more than 10 points.
I think Illinois is going to be hard-pressed to beat Michigan right now the same way they did in the first 2 games. Michigan right now seems to be a team on a mission, that is. They really want Steve Fisher in that slot, and they're playing well. They're going to need another good hot shooting game from Glenn Rice like they did against Virginia. I still think, though, that Illinois is a team to beat.
Well, they look tough today. James, when we come back, we're going to put our Curry Kirkpatrick at the free throw line as we bounce our way on the road to the Final Four.
Getting through college can be a pretty tough climb. To succeed, you need money, and you need the right abilities. You can find them both in the Army. If you qualify, you could earn more than $25,000 with the GI Bill and the Army College Fund. And you could develop the confidence, judgment, and self-discipline it takes to make it to the top, in college and beyond.
The 7-Up final match game. All the excitement of college basketball. Every 5 seconds, someone's bottle cap can instantly score free 7-Up or the chance to win $10,000 if they match that final championship winning score. Hurry and take your shot.
The Honda Lawnmower. It was first with a convenient blade brake clutch, with an automotive-type shaft drive, with an easy-starting overhead valve engine. It's the first mower good enough to be a Honda.
You know, despite all the pretty moves and highlight shots you might see, basketball is a game of fundamentals, and free throw shooting is one of the foremost. Now, unfortunately, as Curry Kirkpatrick reports, it's becoming somewhat of a lost art. And so our man Curry has stepped up to the line, offering a very modest proposal to rectify the situation.
He's right.
Can't you throw anything but bricks?
You know, he's right. I have thrown a lot of bricks in my day. I've also missed a lot of free throws. But I'm not the only one that can't shoot the basketball these days. Can you believe the clangers these guys have been heaving up there in this tournament? Why, even Steve Henson has caught the rock thrower's disease. It's an old familiar illness. Bad foul shooting has doomed more than one championship.
Smart takes the shot, and the Hoosiers with 3 seconds. Go ahead.
What's a coach to do? Cry? Pray? Answer an advertisement? When a team is sick, take one timeout and call the doctor in the morning. Dr. J? No, the shot doctor, Ernie Hobby. Ernie Hobby?
People say blow air out. Take a deep breath, do this. I tell the players, stay at the top of the key. Don't get in there too soon. Get your arms loose, relax, and don't focus on anything but what you know you can do.
Thompson takes the shot, misses badly.
A coach's misery elicits all kinds of bizarre suggestions.
So we do get a lot of mail, mostly psychological things, people that want to talk to us and psychoanalyze us and hypnotize us. I don't think about it anymore. I don't talk about it. I don't think about it. And, you know, it hasn't changed anything. We still keep missing them.
Poor Jerry Tarkanian. Forget doctors. He went the mystic route and did order up a hypnotist.
It was on Valentine's Day. He said, well, I want y'all to go see the hypnotist. So I said, Coach, I got to take my girl out. He said, no, you got to go to the hypnotist. I already made the appointment. I said, well, all right, I'll do it.
The bottom line is the team should have the right guy at the right time on the foul line, namely me.
So with his team's fortunes on the line, Curry Kirkpatrick is going to the free throw line to shoot 1 and 1. Has to make both Phil Raftery for his team to win, and he's got a lot of fear showing in those eyes from where I can see.
Well, Dick, I wouldn't want to predicate our living on this guy making the free throws. I mean, he is maybe one of the poorest in the country. He throws up enough bricks to build a condo.
They're all right. This is Curry Kirkpatrick, still practicing till the cows come home.
He missed the canyon, he missed the barn. James, you have a few free throw stories back from your playing days at Harvard.
Well, actually, there was a guy from my hometown who was on the free throw line. Not a bad free throw shooter. He actually faked it. We were standing in the line, and I got a feel for it and just right on my face. A bad part of the move.
I think I would have qualified for Syracuse's team the way my illustrious high school career went.
It would have been interesting if, in fact, Curry said, hey, I can't throw it in the ocean, to see if he would have missed the ocean, and that would have been a tough one.
Tough one to miss. James, next Saturday, 5 o'clock Eastern Time, the countdown at the Kingdom. We will be there. That's the pregame show before the national semifinals. We know already that at 5:30, we will have one of two games, Michigan against Illinois or the Seton Hall game against the Georgetown Duke winner. Those times have not been set to this point. And then next Sunday, we will have the women's championship game from the Tacoma Dome. That gets started at 4 o'clock Eastern Time. And then on Monday night, April the 3rd, the men's national championship game from the Kingdome in Seattle, 9 o'clock Eastern Time. Well, we're ready to find out who will grab the final spot to Seattle. Duke and Georgetown with the Hoyas up 2. We'll send you back to Brent and Billy for the second half after this message and a word from your local stations.
The BMW 3 Series is why some enthusiasts are more enthusiastic than others.
Express mail from your post office has a whole fleet of 727.
We deliver.
A guaranteed morning delivery.
We deliver.
And an overnight price of just $8.75.
We deliver.
Speed, convenience, price. It's a package only we can deliver. Express mail from your postal service.
We deliver for you.
You know what? My dad bought a new car. So did mine. My dad got a V8. My dad got a V12. My dad got a sunroof. My dad got a convertible. My dad got a CD player. My dad got a car phone. My dad got Michelin. Michelin? Well, my mom's prettier than your mom.
Michelin, because so much is riding on your tires.
I've tried it. Now I believe it. Denerex Tingles tells me it's doing more. Head and Shoulders, no tingle.
Both have dandruff medicine, but Denerex adds both an extra anti-itch medicine and conditioner, too.
Goodbye, Head and Shoulders. Hello, Denerex.
This is CBS.
This young woman is an owner of a major U.S. corporation, and she can't wait to get to work.
Okay, you're all set with the Cadillac.
Avis Incorporated is the only major rent-a-car company owned by its corporate employees.
Cadillac for $49 a day, I just seen that.
I know the owner.
Get fast service on a Cadillac for $49 a day. At Avis, we're trying harder than ever.
A new book gives an eye-opening look at what really happens in bed. Monday on USA Today.
Monday at 7 on Channel 9. CBS Sports coverage of the NCAA Basketball Championship Regional Final Game is sponsored by Mazda Cars and Trucks, including the all-new Mazda MPV. Allstate. For home, auto, and life insurance, you're in good hands with Allstate. And by Gillette and the Gillette Afro Plus shaving system. Gillette, the best a man can get.
Well, at the half, it's a 2-point game with Georgetown leading Duke 40-38. Billy Packer, we talked about one of the keys being how Georgetown would handle Danny Ferry defensively. So far, they've done an excellent job.
They have done a fine job with it. Danny Ferry's been forced to the outside because his teammates weren't hitting against that zone. One of the things, Brent, they did against him was the box and one. Well, let's take a look at what it really represents. 4 Georgetown players playing in a box area with Jaren Jackson playing Danny Ferry. Now, watch what happens when Ferry moves out of that area. Then he goes to the corner. Jaren Jackson stays with him. Now you have Jackson one-on-one out here, but the Georgetown players still back in that box defense. And it's been very effective for him when they used it, as was the zone.
Well, Ferry was held to 3 of 9. Christian Leitner held up very well against Alonzo Mourning. And off the bench, John Thompson getting incredible production. 25 points and 9 rebounds. Leitner the leading scorer. Tillman leading the Hoyas with 10 points. As for today's blockade, Alonzo Mourning leading the way with 3 blocks, and Dikembe Mutombo with 1. And we get set for the second half.
Brett, that bench scoring that Georgetown has such a big advantage is kind of unusual for Duke, too, because they've gotten about 27 points a game off their bench throughout the course of this season.
Bryant back on the floor with 3 fouls. Jefferson, who played well off the bench, gets a chance to start. Smith gets inside of Snyder.
With that great leaner of his. How many times have we seen Sherman Douglas and Charles Smith throughout their careers, great careers they've been, make that leaner.
Now, Ferry opens up with a quick field goal in the second half. 9 points for the game.
Alonzo kind of annoyed with that when he didn't get over there to make the block. He normally is tough on that weak side.
Mourning out high to pick, rolls off it. They go Smith. It's a 2.
Charles Smith lit it up in the second half against Notre Dame. Off to a good start here.
Henderson punches in low. Mourning was there on Ferry.
They said from the weak side, he's so tough to get a shot off against. Danny Ferry's going to have to look at the pass on that play.
The 3 is short. Ferry rebound.
Slower pace here to start the second half.
Here comes Leitner in on Mourning for the layup. 14 points for Leitner.
Alonzo really respects him. You notice how he didn't challenge that layup?
They wanted it. Deflected Bricky. Back to Jackson. Over to Bryant. And it'll go out of bounds. Leitner apparently injured his wrist, and Ala Abdelnaby replaces him.
Mark Tillman is in for Dwayne Bryant.
Bryant goes out. John Thompson telling him on the way out, I want more movement from you. Tillman, who had a very, very good first half. Remember, Bryant's got 3 fouls on him.
As Leitner is tended to on the Duke bench, Thompson is telling Smith to try and pick up Snyder, and Ferry comes out and screens for him. Snyder goes in, Abdelnaby can't rebound, and now Smith bolts out for the Hoyas. 3-on-1, middleman Jefferson. He misses it, long rebound to Snyder, but Mourning is back. Bricky breaks with Snyder, and he'll have to pull it out.
Good defense by Jackson.
Ferry takes the 3. Push. And underneath, the pushing foul called against Abdelnaby. That's his 3rd personal foul.
Not a very wise call by Ala, just using the hands to push his man under the basket. He's moved those feet a little bit.
Leitner just leaned over to Krzyzewski and said, Coach, I'm all right. So with 3 fouls, you can expect Duke's leading scorer to come back in the game soon. 44-42. Georgetown. Leitner is up. He'll be back in on the next dead ball. Tillman on a run.
Oh, he's been so tough.
Scoring. The foul. You put the basket down and send him to the free throw line. He scored 12. And it's an offensive foul on the play.
Tillman doing a great job today. Hit that three right before the end of the half. There's another one of those leaners. They call the offensive foul, but give him the basket. John Thompson getting a great play off the bench. Later in.
Ferry again in the backcourt, helping Snyder bring it up. Very deep. And again, Mourning trying hard to get over and help Turner. That's 11 points for Danny Ferry, and he starts to heat up here in the second half. Smith is picked off and
hurt his ankle again.
And that was Snyder, his second personal foul, and he begins to limp again on that painful, injured left ankle.
Brent, it's kind of interesting. John Thompson is such a good student of the game, and he sees as soon as Turner comes in the game, Ferry goes inside, and he plays two. And they go to that lob. That's where Jefferson did a nice job taking that lob away.
One combination is Mutombo and Mourning together in this situation. Jackson left alone, misfiring, yanked off by Snyder. Duke with a chance to tie. It's Henderson.
Alonzo got hit in the eyes and did not run down the court. He's annoyed right now. He got a shot on that last rebound exchange.
And Mutombo will replace Mourning, who did not want to go out.
Alonzo thinking some guys taking some cheap shots at him. I didn't see the altercation, but he got hit evidently in the eye, definitely in the face.
We're tied at 46, inside of 17 minutes. Smith into three Blue Devils, and it's against Georgetown.
Well, the most impressive stat that Danny Ferry has, in my estimation, is he leads his team in charges taken. That's something for an All-American.
Timeout in the Meadowlands.
Finding a luxury car whose owners reported fewer problems than owners of Acura Legend could be a challenge until you get a good look at Mazda 929. It has more standard luxury features, like an automatic transmission, alarm system, and moonroof, yet it's priced $680 less. And while we've known all this for quite some time, we thought we'd clear the air for you.
See your Mazda dealer for a special 929 lease offer. Hurry, ends March 31st.
I need you back.
Let's talk.
Employment rose a fraction of a percentage point last month. The Labor Department
oil price increase to take effect.
Consumer price index jumped 0.6%.
Fear of inflation caused jitters in the financial market.
Volatility, uncertainty, the unknown. Helping people reach their financial dreams requires an understanding of each person's goals. At Merrill Lynch, we pride ourselves on getting to know you, one by one. Merrill Lynch, a tradition of trust.
It started with 48 of the nation's best. Next weekend, it'll be down to 2. The NCAA Women's Basketball Championship next Sunday on CBS Sports.
Billy, this is how Mourning suffered that injury.
You're going to see Christian Laettner putting the elbow there on the block out. He comes back up with it and hits Alonzo right in the face.
Now Duke bringing it up against the Hoyas. Score tied at 46. Laettner into Ferry's hand. Nice assist by the center.
Good square up by Danny Ferry. Duke fundamentally sound there. Normally you catch the ball, your feet aren't ready to make the shot.
If Danny Ferry is Duke's present, Christian Laettner is its future. Laettner yanks one away. Lead outlet. Here comes Blicky.
Brent, this is a gut check game. Of all the games we've seen this year, I don't think I've seen teams called upon to show what kind of men they were like in this game. And Georgetown wants to slow things down a little bit. kind of shot.
And he hits it. It's a two-point game at 15:39. And Turner's first field goal of the afternoon. Now it's Duke's turn.
Brent, the reason I thought that'd be a bad shot because Turner looked like he wanted to shoot it as soon as he caught it.
A two for Ferry, and he is warming to the task in the second half. And Mourning quickly returns for Thompson and the Hoyas. So, like all big men who have stood out, he assumes the role of the villain as some of the boos come cascading down, and he should accept that as a tremendous compliment. One spot left in Seattle. A Big Ten matchup. Will it also be a Big East? And then the winners meet on a truly big Monday? We'll find out.
And John goes back to his little four corners trying to occupy and take Duke out of this great run they have by slowing down momentum. You can see John over there telling his team, I just want to slow this game down. So many ways to take away tempo.
Ferry sealing up the front of Mourning, and Leitner is behind him, and they can't push it in, so Turner takes a runner.
Great play by Turner. He recognized that Danny Ferry was not guarding him. 2 plays in a row, he goes for the score.
Leitner's open momentarily, comes right back, and it's a bad pass out of bounds. The Hoyas with a chance to tie it.
Right here we'll see, but John Turner recognizes, hey, Danny Ferry's not anywhere near me. He makes 2 great plays. About a junior college All-American. 2 smart plays. Now Ferry getting on him a little better now.
Turner to Smith. Smith hits it and ties the score at 14-25. That's our 8th tie here in the Meadowlands in this Eastern Regional Championship. Snyder on a rub-off, tries to get past Smith. Bounce for Bricky. Saved by Hoyas. Loose. Leitner gets it back. They hit Snyder. Comes up high and gets it to fall over Mourning. His first field goal of the second half.
Christian Leitner, though, again, Brent, coming up with a great steal. He's been everywhere today. They switch men. Now Leitner is on. Turner. Ferry goes back on Alonso.
And Ferry scratches and claws in front of Mourning. And Leitner off the miss. So they are keeping Mourning occupied. They come across the Ferry. Dumps in Bricky. Jump hook. Tapped back in by Henderson.
See if John Thompson take the great momentum Duke pass away from him.
Billy, he's got to find a way to get Mourning involved offensively. Here comes Smith on a glider, tosses it up, and Ferry yanks it away into Snyder's hands.
Both teams very tired right now. Duke wanting to run.
And away from the ball, it's on Turner, his first personal. That's the 3rd foul on the Hoyas this half. 2 team fouls on Duke.
Brett, here's where we start talking about a foul away from the ball. Turner trying to go right through Henderson. When a man sets the screen, you got to go around him. City's sitting down.
Right. And Thompson sends Jefferson back. Alonzo Mourning has not scored for Georgetown since the 7-minute mark of the first half.
I think it's a great substitution by John Thompson with regard to Charles Smith. The kid's been out, he's sick. He's trying to do it all himself right now, and give him a little rest.
Now, this is a different 5. Thompson searching for a different alignment. Does not have Mutombo or Edwards out there. He's gone with Jefferson down low, and he has Turner out here on Henderson. So we have not seen this alignment against Duke.
But then you get the ball to Henderson.
And Ferry got in behind him and drew the foul from Jefferson.
Alignment, and what happened is Georgetown didn't realize who they were guarding that time, and the Henderson-Turner matchup won't work. John will have to change things.
Elliot, what do you think about Mourning coming out and this alignment going?
Well, it really confused. They were prepared for Charles to go out, they being the players on the floor, but they didn't expect Alonzo out of there, so they got caught in mismatches.
16 points against Thompson and Smith, and the rest of the Hoyas have come this half. It's a 6-point Duke lead, 58-52. Jackson coming into the paint area, and a blocking foul is called before the shot. Blocking foul is on Ferry on the inside, his second personal. Team's third.
That was created because John Smith called upon the guard, the quicker Jaron Jackson, couldn't get out in time. Left Danny Ferry back there all by himself with nothing to do but try to draw the charge.
Jackson with the inbound. He spins with a jumper. And goes and gets the rebound, but there's a whistle underneath, and it goes against Duke. This one is on Smith, his second.
Mike Krzyzewski just trying to get a couple of minutes out of John Smith and Abdelnaby here before he comes back with Bricky and Leighton. He knows his bench has not contributed today with a lot of points, but he needs some minutes because of the fatigue factor. Duke goes zone, 2-3 zone now. Showed it a little bit in the first half.
Abdelnaby takes Jefferson on the inside. Hoyas at the perimeter. Jackson will come to the top. They punch to Jefferson, and he gets it into Turner. Turner not there. Tillman charges, but Ferry comes away.
Good senior leadership by Snyder on that play. Not trying to push it inside too soon.
Jefferson quickly doubles up on Ferry and finds, and that's goaltending on Turner. I'm not so sure the basket would have gone in anyway, but Turner jumped up, pinned it up against the glass, and take a look at it, it was goaltending.
I thought Ferry walked on the play before this, doing a lot of pivoting there, and a good play by Henderson to go inside. Not the same when Alonso's not in there, Brent.
Smith off the Hoyas bench. But still no sign of Mourning. And it's 60-52. It's an 8-point lead by Duke.
Rested Charles Smith. Expect him to try to explode here offensively.
Bryant coming inside was fouled by Henderson.
Henderson loves to come from behind after you beat him with that block.
Ricky returning for the Blue Devils. And Winston will check in for Georgetown.
Tell you something, tomorrow morning, which is Easter Monday, there will be some sore, tired bodies on these two clubs. Somebody will be very, very happy, and somebody very sad, as is always the case.
So the Hoyas continuing without either Mourning or Mutombo in this alignment. Winston on a runner, and Ferry yanks it away. They're going to need some size underneath. It's 60-52, and Mourning is up.
But John could not wait any longer. Duke goes to a double low. Surprise Ferry doesn't get down in the low post with Bobby Winston on him. Winston won't be able, there he is.
The pass in, the foul was called against Winston as Mourning prepares to check in. At the 11:15 mark, he'll return. And the Hoyas trailing by 8, 60-52. Turner sits down. This is Duke's biggest lead of this regional championship. Last chance for the ACC to be represented out in Seattle next week. Duke has out-rebounded Georgetown this half, 9-4.
Now, Alonso is matched up with Abdelnaby, playing his one-man zone down inside. Abdelnaby have to recognize that.
They're missing. Rebound into Mourning's hands. Now it's Bryant, deflected on the shot. Duke's ball. Here's Snyder. Lead to Ferry. Has it on a runner, hits Bricky the open man. Free. Beautiful block.
Charles Smith took away 2.
Back into his hands at the other end, and he tosses in the layup.
That may have been, Brent, one of the key plays of this game.
They punch into Abdelnaby. Pump fakes on Mourning over the top, misfires. Here's Bryant. Bryant leads Mourning down the floor. Winston in the corner. Will bring it back out. Jefferson bangs in the jump shot.
I'm out Duke here.
That is 8 points for Jefferson off the Hoyas bench. The lead is down to 4. Take a look at this block by Smith.
This may be the play of this game. Duke on a roll, a chance to really build that lead, and Smitty makes the block and goes the other way for 2.
And Mother loves it.
Looking for a great truck or a great truck deal needn't be a challenge. Mazda trucks have been rated the most reliable truck sold in America. The Mazda warranty is the best in the truck business. And right now, you can really clean up. With $750 cash back from Mazda on all our trucks. $750 in cold, hard, wet cash.
See your local Mazda dealer today and get $750 cash back on all trucks.
You're looking sharp, you're looking good, you've come so far, and we know how to make the most of who you are. Where the race is run, you're the champion. Gillette.
The Gillette Atra Plus system with the Lubra Smooth Strip for the best a man can get.
Property wasn't the only thing shaken by the explosion in Henderson, Nevada.
It was really scary. Twice, I believe, I was blown off the ground. I opened my front door, and when I saw the condition of my house, I just started crying.
Which is why Allstate moved in so quickly, assessed damage, and provided immediate relief.
Immediately, I had a check in my hand.
It is a secure feeling to know that you have an insurance company that does take care of you.
You're in good hands with Allstate.
A member of the Sears Financial Network.
Well, Duke carved out its lead here in the second half because of that field goal shooting, but the main man, Alonzo Mourning, is back in. He has not been assessed a single personal foul in this game. So you would think that he can go the distance. He's also rested. Ferry sat out 1 minute in the first half. This is Leitner, who has played extremely well and held up all game long so far.
Ferry's got Bobby Winston on him. He wants the ball in the low post.
Snyder's 3. Not there. Out of bounds, hit last by Georgetown. Duke's ball.
Quinn Snyder, not a good three-point shooter. He's only hitting 28% on the year, although he takes them. It was kind of unusual to see him take one at that point with Winston on Danny Ferry down inside.
It's the only part of his game that has suffered as he replaced Amaker as the team leader. His shooting has not been as good as it was when he played more off guard for Coach Krzyzewski. This is Henderson with that quick first stepping step. And goes up over the top.
Best way to go against his shot blocker. Take the ball to him.
Loose, run down by the Hoyas.
The Leitner matchup with Mourning inside is really awesome.
And Snyder going out fouls Bryant. Here is that in-your-face jam.
Well, Henderson is a great leaper, as is Dricky, as is Snyder. And that's the best way to take a shot blocker when he's inside. You can draw the foul better if you take it to him than try to keep it cute pie. And that was one right down the pipe. The fans are reacting here in the arena. Ricky tried it earlier on a fast break today and put it off the back of the board.
Henderson out on Bryant. Bryant gets around him and goes to the jump shot. Underneath, and it's a rebound for Leitner. His 8th of the game. Lead to Bricky. He would have gone up for the jam, but he couldn't quite get to the pass.
And Brent, at this time in the game, only up 6. You're better off with possession than trying to go for the home run. Like Krzyzewski told Snyder on that play, take it easy. There's an elbow inside, and that's going to be against Alonzo. He hit it.
Thompson is furious.
John's wrong on that one, and we'll see it with the replay. Alonzo threw the elbow right in his face. We'll see it coming up right here.
His first personal.
And Ferry's face.
6, team foul.
He got him.
The first personal against Mourning. It's It's 62-56. Now Leitner whispering in his left ear as he takes him. And Leitner rubs off Jefferson. I mean, it is tough underneath.
Ferry's going to go inside. He's got this play made.
Jump shot baseline miss. Mourney loses the handle. Out of bounds. Duke's ball. That's one of the few times I have seen Alonzo Mourning juggle a ball. His hands are so soft. Normally when he touches it like that, it's his.
But what may be happening to Danny Ferry? He realized he's got such a height advantage on Bobby Winston. He's a little bit too anxious to put the shot up.
Leitner looks in and goes to the floor. And he was fouled. He'll come up to that free throw line. That's 2 quick ones on Mourning.
The kid is showing some talent here. One of the highly recruited players in the country last year. Not only Alonzo Mourning, but Christian Leitner.
Alonzo Mourning is rattled. And Charles Smith, you got a quick glimpse of him in that huddle. He was addressing his words at Mourning. They have to get him settled down for the stretch. Jefferson will sit down. So Smith applies leadership as well as generalship and shooting ability.
What John Thompson said about him, 10 quarts of heart and 1 pint of body.
Mourning is not accustomed to another freshman playing as strongly as Christian Leitner has for Mike Krzyzewski and the Blue Devils here today. 8:27, and Leitner makes it 16 points. It's 64-56 Blue Devils. Winston into the paint, short on the layup. Leitner's rebound. Ferry off the double back to Snyder, who passes it up, and Leitner on the perimeter hits another one. It's a 10-point lead. Inside of 8 minutes, Thompson wants a timeout.
American business can save millions of dollars every year with the UPS Next Day Air Letter. Unlike other companies which frequently charge up to $14, UPS, because we're so efficient, charges only $8.50. And we guarantee overnight delivery to every address, coast to coast. The UPS Next Day Air Letter, the super saver of overnight letters.
Most personal computers are like a 2-lane highway, which is fine until there's so much information, even important data, gets stuck. But you can have more lanes for information in your system right now with an IBM invention called Microchannel in many IBM Personal System 2 computers. It's putting an end to roadblocks and speed limits, so you'll be going places faster today and down the road. When you're thinking ahead, you're thinking IBM Personal System 2.
Beating the Honda Prelude could be a challenge, but look at it this way. This sporty Mazda MX-6 beats it by over $2,500. Its warranty covers you for an additional 14,000 miles. MX-6 has far more room inside. I mean, right now it comes with $750 cash back from Mazda. How's that for a good reason to make the move to Mazda?
See your local Mazda dealer today and get $750 cash back on MX-6.
Toughest job in the world, maybe, being a big-time coach's wife. You can't do anything. Vicky Krzyzewski can only watch as her husband manipulates, and what a performance he's getting from Christian Leitner, who had his worst moment of the year in this same arena, Billy.
He did. He missed the front end of a 1-on-1 against Arizona. And former President Nixon said to him, son, I don't remember the one you missed, only those 6 that you made in that game.
Missed by the Hoyas. Duke's ball again. They're up by 10. 7:40 to go, and a layup for Leitner.
Great thinking by Quinn Snyder. And Alonzo Mourning, Brent, you made a great point. He's kind of in a fog right now. He needs to get back in this game mentally. He just didn't get back down court quickly. 4 corners by Georgetown. And again, John Thompson trying to take the emotion out of the game for a minute or two.
He yelled 14. Shot clock is down now to 14, and here they go. And it's sealed up Smith, but the foul is called against Duke.
What Mike Krzyzewski is going to do on the four corners, he is not going to guard Turner. Therefore, he'll always have a double-team man on the guard that breaks free on the inside.
That is a big foul on Snyder. His fourth personal. When he was out in the first half, Georgetown put on one of his most impressive runs. This is a big loss for Duke.
And what do you think John will do right here? I wouldn't be surprised if he puts the press on, because Henderson has got to be the primary ball handler along with Ferry. Next time down the floor, if they go that four corners, keep an eye. John took Turner out of the ball game because he recognized what Mike was doing. So see if Mike Krzyzewski tries to change up.
Now it's back to a 10-point margin.
And here's the press.
Replacing John Turner.
And as they show press, with Turner is going to replace Mourning at the 7:02 mark.
That's just a quickie. He's going right back in. He won't let him in at this point.
You know, one of the things that Mourning is experiencing here today, probably his first taste of booze. I don't remember at any place we have been, and we've seen him on the road. It's an unfortunate thing for a college athlete to be booed, but someone as good as he is going to be had better get used to it.
Well, I think they're very unfortunate in this case because he has just played a hard-nosed ball game.
Ricky spinning. Ferry on the outside, with Mourning tracking him, and Ferry takes him to the paint. 70-58.
Now John can afford to go into a patient game.
Mourning on the inside of Leitner, and that's who they've got to get involved. 10-point difference. They've got 6:26. And they hit Henderson on the point. They are keeping Mourning outside right now.
The reason for that, Brent, he's matched up with Danny Ferry. See, and this was the matchup we talked at the top of the game. Ferry can play on the perimeter. Alonso can't be tied up with him.
If he's going to keep Mourning out there, he'd be better off with Mutombo down in the paint. Now they punch the Mourning inside. Comes up, and he was fouled.
Asking a lot of a freshman to go to him at the go-to time here with 5 minutes to go.
Two foul by Danny Ferry.
And if you're Mike Krzyzewski, you're thinking about Quinn Snyder over there, you want to keep him out as long as you can go, maybe to the 3-minute mark.
Billy, watching Alonso, who do you think it was, the first coach who said there's a good-looking woman on every street corner of the United States, but a shot-blocking big man is awful hard to find?
I don't know, but there's a lot of coaches that would agree. Was it Dave Pritchett? Is that in that program? Yeah. Dave Pritchett, one of the all-time guys on the road, did a great job for Lefty Driesell as an assistant coach, but no stone unturned. Great comment.
Just inside at 6 minutes. Turner is in, and
what John is trying to do here is Turner working the press better than Alonso does, and then he'll try to get Alonso in on the offensive end of the court.
Boy, he never would have taken Patrick Ewing out of a press situation. You need to put him back there in the center, and if you beat it, you had to get up over him, and that was tough duty.
Well, this is a small team that Georgetown has on the floor right now. Ferry wants it inside.
Whip past to Leitner. And he was fouled, put him on the line.
Too small a team, Brent. Too small a team. Duke is playing right over the top of him. Alonso's got to get back in there. See, Danny Ferry just has Bobby Winston on his hip. There's no chance there, and then he goes right over the top whenever somebody tries to come over to double on Leitner.
Mourning back up and ready to check in.
John has pulling all the right plugs in the first half, but he can't get in sync in this last 10 minutes of this half.
The other freshman center moves center stage today in the Meadowlands. The deep depression against Arizona is forgotten right now with 5.5 minutes to go. Leitner and the Devils ahead. And again, Smith scrambling to the floor. Tillman misses on the three. Duke on the rebound with Bricky.
Didn't want to get cute with Alonso. He got to get it up over half court.
Intercepted quickly in Tillman's hands. Bricky will come back after it, and the foul is called.
Brent, there was a case where Duke just got hung up with their own emotion. They had the ball over half court. They're in a great situation in regard to the matchups. Got carried away.
Now, Quinn Snyder being sent back in by Krzyzewski. Is this deja vu, folks? Do you remember the Eastern Regional Championship last year? What this defense did to Mark Macon, the Temple sensation? And here today they have rattled Alonzo Mourning. And they're on the brink of springing again to their third Final Four of the decade out of this building.
There were some great shots yesterday in that Vegas game of Lois Tarkanian. Working those rosary beads, it wasn't good enough for her yesterday, and it's tough on these coaches' wives. Boy, a lot of talking on that foul line.
With a strong rebound, that could count. Put it down and send him to the free throw line.
That is fouled by Christian Leitner, making his first personal.
Brent, the famous Georgetown press is going to have to turn the ball over some in the backcourt if they're going to be successful on this run. They have not been able to. Matter of fact, they went almost the whole ball game without any steals until that one we just had a few seconds ago.
But Jefferson pulls it away. And here's Smith on the stride for the layup. 17 by the senior guard. Now they turn the pressure up, but they get it to Bricky. He'll come up, and here's Leitner. It's hacked away beautifully by Winston. Leads Smith, and the Hoyas retreat quickly. Now it's Smith who's open over Ferry. He bangs in the jump shot, and in just a quick few seconds, they have pulled to within 7. Lead on the turnover again. It's the defense creating the offense as Tillman is fouled by Leitner, and Duke may have celebrated a little early. Team leader, Quinn Snyder, fouls out of the game with 3:22 to go. And before he leaves, he has a talk with the rest of the squad on the floor. Now he stops, has a word with Smith and Danny Ferry, and Snyder fouls out. And the lead down to 4 with the Hoyas on the free throw line. What a great comeback by Georgetown.
Brent, what I think Duke's going to have to do against the press is go long. They've been trying to play it just in a half-court situation. They could take one chance here to go long and score quickly. As Georgetown's really put that press up in the half-court.
Just 2 minutes ago, Thompson was down by 14 points. Now he can make it a 2-point game. again by this smaller lineup that has turned the game around.
Way to fight over the screen here by Charles Smith. It's a hold on Jefferson.
Jefferson out on Ferry. They'll shoot 1-and-1 now. They're over the limit.
Georgetown foul committed by Sam Jefferson, his third.
So Ferry can end a string of 12 unanswered points here by the Hoyas.
John Thompson looking down at bench, thinking with the lead he come back with Alonzo, but he keeps Alonzo down there to take advantage of this quick lineup.
Two different halves scoring for Ferry. Hits the big front end there with Mourning watching.
Well, he started this season as the MVP of the Tip-Off Classic, the Player of the Year in the ACC. Certainly needed those two.
77-73. Time remaining in regulation. It's been an emotional roller coaster here in the Meadowlands, and Smith bangs in one for the Hoyas with Diane, his mother, watching.
With that type of clear out, they have nobody quick enough to take Charles Smith.
Whip it inside for Smith. He loses the handle, but Henderson's got it, and Winston knocks it away to Ferry. Henderson and Smith on him. The ball on that inline, out of bounds.
Right now, it seems that Georgetown is more calm behind than Duke is ahead.
Jefferson off the bench has given him a big lift. This time he reaches around Brickey and commits his 4th personal foul.
Out of that foul, though, Brickey, the 4th free throw shooter on the Duke team.
Georgetown foul committed by...
Now, Brennan, interesting stat. We saw LSU have this out with them a lot, but Duke has been beaten in the last 3 years by the team that eventually won the national championship. Their finals against Louisville, Indiana, and, of course, last year, Kansas.
As Jefferson leaves, you saw Mourning come up. And the 2:29 mark, 77-75. Duke leading Georgetown. Duke has hit its last 10 free throws.
See, they're clearing out a whole side for Charles Smith. Nobody over there with Henderson at all. Just one-on-one.
And Ferry helping out. Leitner jumps for it. Loose ball. Both teams go down like an Easter egg hunt. And a foul is going to be called on Smith.
John, here you see the replay coming up. Everybody battling every loose ball, meaning so much. Good job for everybody to go on the floor. Brickey and Smith coming up with it. There's Charles Smith reaching in and commits the foul.
3 fouls on Smith, who leads the Hoyas with 21 points.
Brett, you know what? Those clear-outs for Charles Smith, John Thompson says, we're a lot better off when Charles isn't so democratic. Well, right now, Charles is trying to do a lot one-on-one, and that's what the coach wants.
That's 80 points in this game for Duke. And this team is 25-0. And they have scored 80 or more points. But they cannot be confident about that stat right now. The Hoyas are breathing fire. It's 81-75, and we come down to the 2-minute mark of regulation.
Duke goes into a little zone here to try to help out a little bit on Charles Smith.
Mourning wants it. Mourning over Ferry. threw it up too hard, and Bricky came away.
Good pass.
Now it's Henderson. Smith tries to stop him. Ferry will set it up. They'll run some timeout with a 6-point lead, and the clock coming down toward 1:30.
They go in their little four corners, but Georgetown, pretty good defensive team on the floor right now.
Ferry not the one they want to foul. Mourning comes out to double. He wanted Smith. Bad pass. Out bust the Hoyas. It's Winston in the middle. Winston comes in and hits it. Makes it 81-77.
I think Duke's better off playing their regular offense.
Long pass to Leitner. Leitner draws the foul on Winston, and he will come to the free throw line. So the freshman with a chance to redeem himself at the line, and the score 81-77 and 109.
Brett, when you're 109, you've got a four-point lead. You can use the 45 seconds twice and force them to foul you here. Duke, I'm surprised going for home runs at this point at the 1-minute mark.
Probably because Snyder is over there on that sideline. He gives Krzyzewski so much leadership on the floor as Winston now is replaced. He fouled out of the game, so he can only watch. As Leitner with 23 points, he's been perfect from the line so far today.
Team John Thompson has on the floor. 4 guards and Jefferson.
It's 1 of 2 to make it 82-77. Back on an odd number. With the 3, they can still get even on 2 trips. Tillman will try the 3. It's off the mark. And reaching for the foul is on the Hoyas. Jefferson over the point for the rebound. And he will come up and shoot the throws.
Just down 5, I'm surprised Georgetown went for a tough 3 right off the bat. We're going to get another possession. Now they've almost forced to go to 3-point shooting. Jefferson, a fine game today for John Thompson.
And the winner moves on to Seattle next Saturday for an appointment against Seton Hall. Michigan will play Illinois in the other national semifinal game. Point lead with inside of a minute to go. Smith, who is always dangerous in the clutch. And it'll be Jackson's 3, short. Controlled by Turner, and he is fouled. Ferry commits his 4th personal. Now 46 seconds on that clock.
Brent, you're almost better off not fouling in this situation. Keep that clock moving. Let Turner have it.
Now let's correct that foul. They're going to say it was on Bricky and not Ferry. So that's his 4th, and Ferry continues with 3. 83-77.
Years are guaranteed now 11 out of 12 of the contestants will have come from 6 conferences, of which these 2 leagues obviously fall in that mix.
John Thompson was signaling for someone to come around the side if there's a miss. The Hoyas were able to work this off missed free throws. Bryant starts at the back. There's the ball, that's everything. He wanted it off the iron, and they were slipping Bryant in from the left side. Missed everything, and it'll go to Duke. 46 seconds.
If it does not hit any portion of that rim, obviously it becomes the other team's ball, and that's why Duke took it over.
Leitner drops it. Hoya's ball. Jackson looks for Smith. He presses one up. Jackson underneath. They don't foul him. And it's Smith's rebound. 33 seconds. Blue Devils closing in on Seattle. Long pass now to Brickey. And the seconds tick away. They'll have to put him at the free throw line. Good touch pass. They move the ball, and the Hoyas can't get to him. Now they crash into Henderson with 16 seconds. Seconds remain.
After rigorous examination of the Mercedes-Benz 300E, one automotive journal concluded that it may be the best sedan in the world, and another journal called it a nearly spectacular mix of performance and practicality. The Mercedes-Benz 300E. Now that it's astonished the experts, let it astonish you.
Imagine a game with over 70 million prizes, enough for 1 out of 3 people to win. Introducing Scrabble at McDonald's. You can win hot, tasty fries, a cool $1 million, or spell Disney, like this guy, and win a trip to Disneyland for 4. And just wait till you see the new Splash Mountain. Now that's fun. Transportation included on Delta. What are you waiting for? Play Scrabble at McDonald's. In a word, you can win.
Play the 7-Up final match game. All the excitement of college basketball. Every 5 seconds, someone's bottle cap can instantly score free 7-Up or the chance to win $10,000 if they match that final championship-winning score. Hurry and take your shot.
Now, what makes me look so successful? This watch? Well, it's absolutely worthless in a business situation. When I leave the room, it leaves the room. My brochure stays behind. Think about it.
So the man they call Coach K, Mike Krzyzewski, is 16 seconds away from taking a team to the Final Four for the 3rd time in 4 years. The son of Polish parents from Chicago, who graduated from West Point, has done a fabulous job of putting this team together. Blue Devils will try not to foul. Just let the Hoyas hoist one up deep. Smith, which could be his last shot as a Hoya.
Try to keep the ball moving here.
That's it. The Duke Blue Devils go back to the Final Four. Some of those magical moments as the final seconds tick down and you realize you've made the Final Four again, and you hug your point guard and will have a homecoming, and your wife enjoys every fabulous second from the stands. A few moments moments in sport. Equal a college basketball team getting an invitation to the big show, the Final Four. And the Duke Blue Devils fill out that final piece of the puzzle. Next Saturday in Seattle, it'll be Michigan, Illinois, Seton Hall, and Duke. We'll be back with interviews.
President Bush attacked the budget deficit tonight in a speech. Inflation concerns swept Wall Street today as reports the Dow Jones average seesawed all day, closing up. The new administration's proposed budget puts less
Change,
emphasis on the
twists, turns, the unexpected. To protect your financial security, you have to trust someone who knows how to deal with change. Perhaps that's why investments with Merrill Lynch grew by $40 billion last year. Merrill Lynch, a tradition of trust.
Your pulse pounding, your temperature right.
Hot looks, high performance, and a whole lot of driving excitement. That's Pontiac Sunbird.
Yeah, ride Pontiac. Get on the Pontiac and ride.
And now, with up to $900 cash back for qualified first-time buyers, Sunbird more than fits your budget. Check it out.
Rebuild excitement.
They should have asked us secretaries what we thought before they went out and got this useless new phone system. It's cutting people off. We can't do a decent conference call. I hate the thing. They should just junk it and get a whole new one.
So the Duke Blue Devils head back to the Final Four for the third time in 4 years. We're with the team over here, and Coach, great job again. What a classy group of players you've got.
We've got a great group. I'm really proud of them. I'm sorry to say too much more. They played really well. We played a great basketball team that made a run on us, and for us to show that character, it's something, I don't know.
You've got some of the stars. I'll stay with the coach.
Have you ever seen Coach break out? Look at his tie. He's going all the way through the water.
We gave a workout this year. This team's come a long way. It's mid-season. We didn't know if we could be here. That's the reason he just kept it back and we worked hard.
For you three seniors, there you got Danny Ferry over there. This is a regular trip for you now.
It's just really exciting, and we're really happy. We beat a great team today. It was a big challenge, and we came to it.
Where's that
Christian Leitner. Christian, fabulous job. What kind of a challenge did you think it would be against Alonzo Mourning? What were your thoughts going into this game?
My thoughts were just stay open because they're going to concentrate on Danny. And I just saved up a few times to caught the ball from Quinn and hit my jumpers.
Mike, looking ahead now with this team.
Don't look ahead.
I hate to put you under that kind of pressure right now.
A Northwestern guy does that to a Duke guy.
Is this team better than the other two that you took to the Final Four?
Oh, it's a different team. It's a team that's been under a lot more pressure all year long. And therefore, what they've achieved is maybe a little bit sweeter, but I don't know if they're better. They're all pretty good. I know we're going to play a good team.
This time you'd like to come away with a W out there, Danny.
Definitely 2 of them. It'd be a great way to end the career. I mean, it's just been great 4 years, and we can end it this way. It'd be unbelievable.
Great job by the Duke Blue Devils and their classic coach, Mike Krzyzewski. Let's go back down to James Brown and Jim Nance. James?
All right, well, Brent, thank you. So now we know that Seattle is composed of 1 seed. Illinois, the only top seed to advance. Duke, a 2 seed, and 2 3 seeds, Seton Hall and Michigan. And Danny Ferry joins Rodney McRae, Patrick Ewing, Akeem Olajuwon in this decade of the 80s, a star player taking his team to 3 Final Fours of this decade. Big Ten now assured of having one of its teams in the national championship game. Tonight on CBS, 60 Minutes, followed by Murder, She Wrote, and the CBS Sunday movie, Still Crazy Like a Fox. Well, James, from our command post, we've witnessed 60 games to this point in the past 10 days. Now we're heading to Seattle and the Final Four. For James Brown and all of us at CBS Sports, I'm Jim Nance. We'll see you on Saturday from Seattle with the Final Four.